Raiders 7-round mock draft exposed. Live breakdown of Matt Miller's NFL predictions. As the Las Vegas Raiders prepare for the 2025 NFL Draft, all eyes are on their strategic decisions to bolster the roster. The team has endured a roller coaster ride in recent years, with significant roster changes, coaching shifts, and some tough seasons. However, with the 2025 Draft, the Raiders have a chance to reload and solidify their position for the upcoming seasons. Matt Miller, ESPN's respected NFL draft analyst, has released his extensive 7-round mock draft for the Raiders, shedding light on potential picks that could shape the future of this storied franchise. In this deep dive, we'll not only examine Miller's predictions for the Raiders draft, but also explore the team's needs, how each of these selections could impact the team, and why these picks make sense within the broader context of the Raiders' goals. So, let's break it down and look at Matt Miller's projections for each round and see how the Raiders might approach the 2025 draft. Matt Miller's mock draft for the Las Vegas Raiders predicts the following selections. 1. Tetairoa McMillan, wide receiver, University of Arizona. 2. Armand Membou, offensive tackle, University of Michigan. 3. Jalon Walker, linebacker/edge rusher, University of Georgia. 4. Jahdae Barron, cornerback, University of Texas. 5. Ashton Jeanty, running back, Boise State University. 6. Will Johnson, cornerback, University of Michigan. 7. Tyler Warren, tight end, Penn State University. Now, let's take a closer look at these predictions and analyze their potential impact on the Raiders roster and the team's overall strategy. Tetairoa McMillan is a highly skilled wide receiver with excellent route running, hands, and an ability to make spectacular catches in difficult situations. His size and speed make him an ideal deep threat option, which would complement the Raiders' existing weapons, such as Davante Adams and Hunter Renfrow. In a division that boasts some of the NFL's best defenses, having a true number 1 wide receiver would provide the Raiders with an edge in a competitive AFC West. Additionally, McMillan's ability to contribute immediately as a starter would be crucial for the Raiders, as the team looks to strengthen its offense for a potential playoff run. This pick would address one of the team's most pressing needs and add a potential superstar to their roster. The Raiders' offensive line has been a subject of concern in recent seasons. While there have been efforts to improve it, consistency has been elusive, and injuries have only exacerbated the situation. The need for a solid, long-term solution at offensive tackle is clear, and that's where Armand Membou comes in. Membou is a versatile offensive lineman who plays with power, technique, and great awareness. His combination of size and athleticism allows him to excel both in the run game and as a pass protector. The Raiders have struggled at times to provide their quarterbacks with the protection they need, and adding a player of Membou's caliber would go a long way in solidifying the line. He could step into a starting role and immediately make an impact, offering both stability and protection for whoever is under center. Additionally, adding Membou would allow the Raiders to shift some current starters to more natural positions, increasing the overall effectiveness and depth of the line. The importance of protecting the quarterback, especially in a division with fierce pass rushers, cannot be overstated, and Membou's addition would give the Raiders a solid foundation for years to come. The Raiders' defense has been another area of focus for improvement in recent seasons. While they've shown flashes of brilliance, consistency has been a problem. One of the most significant areas of need on the defensive side of the ball is at linebacker, where the team has struggled to find a true leader. Jalon Walker, a versatile linebacker/edge rusher from Georgia, could be the perfect solution. Walker is known for his explosive athleticism, high motor, and ability to make plays all over the field. Whether rushing the passer or dropping into coverage, Walker brings versatility that would allow defensive coordinator Patrick Graham to get creative with his schemes. His pass-rushing ability would immediately bolster the Raiders' front seven, which has been an area of need for quite some time. Additionally, Walker's ability to play both linebacker and edge rusher gives the Raiders a lot of flexibility. In an AFC West that features potent offenses, having a versatile linebacker who can pressure the quarterback and defend against the run is invaluable. Walker could immediately compete for a starting spot and help solidify the Raiders' defense for the foreseeable future. The Raiders' secondary has been a weak point in recent seasons, with inconsistent play at cornerback. While they have some promising young players, adding depth and talent at cornerback is essential. Jahdae Barron, a cornerback from the University of Texas, could be a steal in the 4th round. Barron is a physically gifted cornerback with excellent ball skills, speed, and the ability to cover a wide range of receivers. He has shown ability to play both inside and outside, making him a valuable piece for the Raiders' defense. With the Raiders facing some tough offenses in the AFC West, adding a player like Barron would give them the flexibility to match up against any receiver group. Barron's playmaking ability could also boost the Raiders' turnover production, an area where they have struggled in recent seasons. By adding Barron to their secondary, the Raiders would improve both their depth and the talent level in one of their most critical positions. While the Raiders have an established running back in Josh Jacobs, adding depth to the backfield is always a good move, especially in the later rounds of the draft. Ashton Jeanty, a running back from Boise State, could provide just that. Jeanty is a dynamic, explosive back who excels in space. He's known for his vision, quickness, and ability to break off long runs. Though he might not be a starter immediately, Jeanty's ability to contribute as a change-of-pace back would complement Jacobs and offer the Raiders flexibility in their running game. Additionally, Jeanty's pass-catching ability out of the backfield would make him an asset in the modern NFL, where running backs are often used in a variety of ways. With the potential for Jacobs to eventually leave or decline, Jeanty could be a smart investment for the future, providing insurance and possibly even pushing for a larger role as time goes on. In the later rounds, the Raiders would be wise to continue addressing their secondary, and adding a player like Will Johnson in the 6th round would be a solid value pick. Johnson is a physical cornerback with great length and fluidity in coverage. While not as highly touted as some of the top cornerback prospects, Johnson has the potential to develop into a solid starter in the NFL. Given the Raiders' struggles in the secondary, adding depth here would be crucial. Johnson has the tools to compete for a spot on the roster and provide additional competition for the current cornerbacks. His long-term potential could make this pick a steal if he develops into a starter down the road. Finally, in the 7th round, the Raiders could add a potential developmental tight end in Tyler Warren. The Raiders have had solid contributions from their tight ends in recent years, but adding a player with Warren's potential could further enhance the team's offense. Warren is a talented, athletic tight end with great size and the ability to stretch the field. He could develop into a solid red zone target and complement the team's existing tight ends. While not an immediate starter, Warren's growth could give the Raiders another weapon in their offense down the line. Matt Miller's 7th-round mock draft for the Las Vegas Raiders addresses key needs on both sides of the ball and provides a potential blueprint for the team's success in the 2025 season and beyond. By adding dynamic playmakers like McMillan and Membou, strengthening the defense with Walker and Barron, and securing depth in the running back and tight end positions, the Raiders could set themselves up for a bright future. With the 2025 NFL Draft approaching, the Raiders have the opportunity to shape their roster for years to come. As always, the actual selections may differ from the projections, but the team's needs are clear. It will be interesting to see how closely the Raiders align with Miller's mock draft and how their picks will impact their season.